Hi, welcome to Whispering Pines Farms YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer Johnson and I raise Shetland sheep for their wool. This video is going to be me skirting Leyton's fleece, and it's one in a series of videos I'm making about skirting my 2024 fleeces. So Leyton, which I have to write her name down on the index card because when I was Rooing, I only wrote down the ear tag number. All right, so I got that. Leyton is a white ewe, and she's one of the ewes that came out of our work doing artificial insemination, or AI. So she's 1 year old. So this is her lamb fleece. And as I'm just setting it up here, it's really dense and holding together really nicely. So assuming if it's like the other fleeces I have that are this well together, they like really are dense and compact, it's probably a good fleece to flick or to comb. And this is me just struggling to identify where on the body the parts are, but I'm going to give up and just lay it out here. So, like I said, she's from our artificial insemination. I have a whole playlist of videos, and I'm going to link those in the description and give you a little link here so you can see all the stuff that we did for AI. Beautiful, nice big white fleece, Roo'd lamb fleece, so you can't get any more pristine. Her coat weight, the weight of the fleece under the coat was 21.7, and she had a spinning fineness of 21.6, which is pretty good, pretty good. So let's get a photograph of her Roo'd fleece. I roo in 2 sections, so I do 2 sessions of rooing. So she's in the stand twice. And I do that just because being in the stand one time to do it is too long, especially for a lamb. And she's not one of my friendly ones, so. All right, so there is that one. Now we're gonna get a photo of a split fleece. We can see just sort of what the locks look like and the staple crimp and whatever. That, now I'm going to get a piece. My sample, and the sample that I keep for myself, is where I take the micron sample, which is 5th rib in the center, top and bottom, so like right about here. Right in this section, so I'm going to grab a small one. I try not to take too much, but enough to get a good sense of the character. That is pretty. I'm going to bring out my black paper, make it easier to see where it starts and where it ends. I was watching these videos and thinking, why don't I just get a shorter ruler because it keeps on tipping and stuff. One of these days I'll remember and bring out a proper ruler for this job. So it looks like we're at about 4 inches. That was really nice. So we had 3 ewes have lambs. I think we inseminated 7. I can't remember exactly. So you don't get, we didn't get as good of a rate. I can't think of what the word's called. I didn't get pregnant as many as we would have liked. It was less than 50%, but that's okay. We got 6 ewes, even though this year when we did AI, we wanted rams, but that's fine. Okay, so there's my lock. Let's flip this fleece over and get a photo of the back. Just love the look of a Roo'd back. They look so fluffy and beautiful. Just like clouds. I'm going to take this and this. Most of the time when I'm rooing, I roo the outside of the coat first, so there's not a lot of skirting. But for whatever reason, once in a while stuff gets through that isn't really what I want. For a hand spinner fleece, find my white comb top bag. That'll go to the mill, which I'm going to be delivering that to my mill. They're going to be at the Central New York Fiber Festival where I have a vendor booth. So I'll be bringing these enormous bags of fiber with me for them to take back to their mill and make into comb top. Okay, Miss Leyton, your fluffy, bountiful fleece there, beautiful. Length, I didn't write this down, but it's 4 inches. Got the photo, got the Roo'd. All right, I think we're all set. Ready to bag up this beautiful fleece that will be put in the auction. So the auction starts, I do some of the skirting videos, I didn't have this yet, but I do now. There is a start date of June 22nd. So if you're watching the videos, you have an advantage as far as knowing the date. I will be sending out a notification to all the people that are subscribed to my website newsletter. It's a newsletter subscription. I don't do a newsletter, but when I'm kicking off the fleece auction, I'll send one email just letting everybody know when it's going to start and some of the details, like the tags I'm using, so you can sort and filter on stuff. So I'll have all that in this email. And that'll go out well before. But June 22nd is the start, June 29th is the end, Saturday is the day, and 6 p.m. Eastern is the start and stop. So the stop is more important here. June 29th, 7 days after the 22nd, at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a Saturday evening. I picked that because I figured most of you guys were going to be home or at a laptop so that you can participate. I'm pretty sure I've never logged on to the auction myself. The application, the developers, they require the customers have an account and sign on as a, log in versus using the website as a guest. So be aware of that. That's another thing I'll put in my email about the auction, that if you're not signed in, you won't be able to bid at the end. So make sure that you get yourself signed in if you're planning on doing like last minute bidding up or whatever, because I've had a couple people got burned. We're disappointed with how that ended up. 21.3 ounces for Leyton. So I had 21.7, so that goes to 0.4. Mathy, math. All right, so there is Leyton. Let's put her up on the shelf. A little space right here. It's starting to really get packed in there. All right, well, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can come back soon.